Genetic Kitchen is a training school for the disabled and disadvantaged. And one of the things that we actually want to do is integration of people from different groups of society. So one of the programs that we actually run is called Lunch Street for the Elderly, which we actually book a bus, bring the elderly from the homes, come to the food court. And the food court are manned by people with disabled or disadvantaged. And what they'll do is they'll actually cook the meal and serve it to the elderly. At the same time, we actually get sponsorship from public. So they come in, mingle with the elderly, and some of them sing songs to entertain the elderly to make them happy. So in a single platform, you have the integration of all the different groups of people in the society. So that's the whole purpose of this program. One of the programs that we do annually is actually a karaoke competition for the elderly. And through this competition, we actually see that elderly are actually quite competitive as well. Right? A lot of time we'll think that they come to the age where it's time for them to slow down. But that gives us a different insight into that. Even in their old age, they are actually quite competitive. I have some elderly very good singer supposed to go for the competition, but due to excitement in the competition, blood pressure go up, they have to stay in the home and forego the competition. So in a way, we are seeing that this could help them, by generating the kind of excitement in their life. Way back in when we were still in Balestier, we have this home that bring in this gentleman. He's recovering from stroke, right? He walked with a walking stick. Wherever he goes, he used the walking stick. So one of the day, we actually bring the elderly to our food court to have a meal. And in my store, I have this gentleman that is polio. He's using a walking frame to cook and to serve the elderly. This stroke patient or recovering patient actually got so inspired. After the lunch trip, what they do was that he actually passed the walking stick to us and he said, I'm going to walk without the walking stick. And the first one to stand up and walk to the bus. 3 months later, he came back to us and said, I am still walking without the walking stick. So it gave us great pleasure to find ourselves helping not just the disabled, but also the elderly in the home, that motivate them for a better life. What we have is we have a lot of kind sponsors coming in with financial support to sponsor the lunch treat. We also have other kind souls that help us without asking for any benefit as well. Like way back in Techview, the road was not concrete, so they are actually walking on a glass patch. So sometimes when it rains, it's actually quite slippery there. One day, we go back to the office and we find that someone just lay a path and put in railing where the elderly used to walk over there. The other instance is when one of the events, it was raining heavily and elderly got a hard time, especially those on wheelchair, moving out to their vehicle. We have this bunch of army boys that comes in, without asking for help, come in, carry the elderly on the wheelchair and then bring them up to the bus. So these are some of the kind action that they do and they support the events.